Okay guys, so we're starting a new series on this channel called Am I the A-hole? You might have seen this on other channels as I watch these all the time on other people's YouTube channels, but I decided let's start today. So what we're going to be doing is reading some Reddit threads about people asking for advice whether they are in the wrong or in the right. And if you've never seen my channel before, I enjoy doing cosplay and I'd like to be more involved in YouTube, but with all my short form content, I'm not very good at keeping up with it, but we'll see how it goes this year. So, number one, am I the a-hole? I am a 20-year-old male and I agreed to dog sit for my friend Alma, 22-year-old female, while she was away for a week to see her parents. On day 3, her dog Cherry started vomiting and refused to eat. I called her, but she didn't pick up. She was at a festival. I panicked and took Cherry to the emergency vet where they diagnosed her with a blockage and did a $1,400 surgery. Cherry is fine now. Hold up, this sounds exactly like this influencer story that I saw where they took the cat to the vet because it was being like mistreated or something, but I think it was a cat, not a dog. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I'll put a picture here if I can find the influencer that I'm talking about.
So if you don't know who Reagan Corsi is, she is a massive influencer. And back in 2021, she was part of a YouTube experience where they all lived in the same house called Go House. Bunch of influencers under one roof. And at the time, she had just adopted a cat named Seven. In all of her videos, she explains why, but she had relegated the cat to being locked within her bedroom. She talks about how she had the biggest room, and so that should have been fine. But then a story on Reddit came out talking about how one of the roommates in the house and her mom were at the house and they went into her room to check on the cat. They found the cat severely malnourished and with no food and water and very unwell. So they put the cat in the mom's purse and left and took it to the vet. To avoid confrontation, they left her door open and then said, oh no, the cat must have gotten out. And allegedly she didn't try to find the cat or look for it or anything. Then allegedly the vet told them that the cat was kind of too far gone and they tried to nurse her back to health, but within a week she had passed away.
Anyways, that caused a whole ruckus and a lot of people were divided on who was in the wrong. Anyways, now when Alma got back, I gave her the bill explaining it was an emergency and that it was my only option. She completely blew up saying she'd never have approved such an expensive option and would have waited to see if Cherry improved. She says she's broke and she can't pay me back. Our mutual friends are split. Some say I saved Cherry's life and didn't have anything better I could have done. Others say I overstepped and on not waiting longer because it's not like a dog could die that quick. Alma is ignoring me and told everyone we know that I forced her into debt. Am I the a-hole? No. You're definitely not the a-hole. Let's see what the comments think. A lot of people are saying that they're not the a-hole. Blockage can kill any dog quickly. You seriously saved her life by taking her. Let's see. She'd be crying about how you unalived her dog if you'd taken the only other humane route. You did the right thing. $1,400 isn't even that expensive for that kind of surgery. You did what you had to do. Okay, so here's my thing. Imagine if it was Alma that had the blockage and her mother had a babysitter while she went out to a music festival.
This is Alma's mom. Can't get to the phone right now. Please leave a message.
Hi, Alma's mom. This is the babysitter. Alma's been throwing up all day, so I think I'm gonna take her to the doctor. Please call me back as soon as you can. Okay, bye.
Who is that?
Oh, it's just the babysitter. She'll be fine. We must perform an emergency surgery right away if you'd like to save Alma's life. The surgery will cost $1,400. May we proceed? Sorry, Doc, I don't think I have the money. Then again, my question is, how long did the friend wait before taking them to the vet? And how many times did they try calling? I would probably wait at least a couple of hours because it could have gone like this. Woof, woof. Oh, she didn't pick up. I'll wait 2 minutes.
2 minutes later.
Okay, they still haven't picked up. We gotta go. We gotta go now. The dog coughed twice. But if the vet says that it's an emergency, then I'm likely to side with what the vet says, which means that it needs to be done. And personally, if you can't afford those types of costs for a pet, then I don't think that you should have a pet. So no, I do not think you're the a-hole. I think if anything, Alma is. I can understand that she's upset about the debt, but maybe you guys can talk about her paying it off over time or something along those lines. Then again, I do have one more question. What exactly caused the blockage? Was the blockage already there before all of this happened, or did they eat something at the friend's house that caused the blockage? I would be questioning those things as well if I was Alma. What was the blockage? Because if the friend caused it, then maybe Alma shouldn't pay the money back. Never thought about that one, did you? Am I the a-hole number 2 for calling my aunt out for lying about having a condition that I actually struggle with? So far, it doesn't sound like you are, but let's see. So some background, this aunt has a habit of copying everything anyone does and treats it like it's a competition. This also applies to illnesses. You mentioned getting ill, she's sick a day later and she always feels worse than you, then acts like she never knew you were sick. I think we all know somebody like that. Man, I barely slept last night. I only got 4 hours of sleep. 4? That's cute. I only got 2. I've been up grinding. Okay. Anyways, my boss is really stressing me out lately. You think you're stressed? That's nothing. I have 3 bosses and a side hustle. I basically never stop working. Okay. But at least my bunny makes me feel better. Oh, you mean Domino? He's so cute. But guess what? My dog, he actually saved a baby from a burning building last night. What? That did not happen. Oh my God, you're right. It was actually 2 babies. Crazy, right?
Oh, brother, this guy
I can't
stinks!
stand people like that, man. Why does everything have to be a competition? Anyways, so 6 months ago, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune disease that doctors think I have been dealing with for years. The only reason they found it is because it very quickly got worse and has ruined my life. It won't shorten it, but I am in so much pain that I can't even walk to the store that is right next to my house without feeling extreme pain and discomfort. My sleep is awful, my social life has become non-existent unless people come to my place. There's no cure for it, and I'm on specific targeted medications to try and stop it getting worse. The best we can do is pain management at this point, and I'm on the strongest painkillers I could have, but it's still bad. When I was first diagnosed, I posted about it on my Facebook, not in detail, just said what I had. The only person who knows the details is my mom. Yesterday, Mom picked me up so I could visit my nan. While we were there, Aunt turned up. We were talking about random stuff at first, and she mentioned she went to the doctor and they diagnosed her with said condition I have. And they think she's had it for years. I thought she was lying, so I asked her some questions regarding it, and her answers were very BS. She claimed she told the doctor her symptoms, and that's how they found it, when you need a blood work done to find it. She claimed that they were looking into different procedures to cure it, which again, no cure. When I asked what medicine she was on, she said there wasn't any they could prescribe for it, and she had paracetamol to deal with the terrible pain she was in. Not sure what medication that is. She then went on about how it was affecting her life. It made things difficult for her, yet she does martial arts 3 times a week and goes clubbing every weekend like she's a teen and posts about it on Facebook. I lost it. I just went off of how full of it she was, and that pretending to have something so serious when I was actually going through it was pathetic attention-seeking behavior. I pointed out everything she said that proved she was lying and said the only medical help she needed was her head, as she clearly had issues. Oh shit! She tried to double down and say that she never knew I had it, although she saw my Facebook post. She thought I would be more sympathetic as I know what she's going through, etc. At this point, I was so mad that my mom drove me home. My aunt later posted on Facebook about her struggles and how some people aren't sympathetic about this condition. I called her out in the comments of the post and mentioned what had happened earlier in the day. And a load of other family members started calling her out for it, so she quickly deleted the post. However, my cousin, her daughter, is now calling me the a-hole. As my aunt is upset, I called her out. So am I? I would say you're not. And I think that you should be calling her out for these things. However, what if there could still be a chance that she's telling the truth? I would maybe call her out whenever you have the proof that it's not true. Although you're saying that things don't add up. I don't know. This is a tricky one, dude. Let's see what the comments think. So the comments seem to think that they are not the a-hole and that the aunt is using the struggle to benefit her own personal gain. You weren't wrong for calling it out. I agree with this comment. Maybe she should have done it in private and just ignored the Facebook post. I think it's kind of ridiculous to go on Facebook and start a bunch of drama on Facebook. I can't stand Old people do that. I'm sorry, but it's always the boomers and the older generations that are doing this on Facebook, and it's just a lot, okay? Yeah, I would not trust the aunt anymore. I would not tell her information. In fact, if you need to unfriend her on Facebook, that is totally within your right, and maybe I would just not trust her and kind of put a little bit of distance between you and her. But maybe you don't have to call her out publicly. Maybe let's keep it between you guys, and other people can deal with their problems with her on their own. That's what I would say, but are you the a-hole? No. And if your aunt is really lying about this condition, then she definitely is the a-hole. Okay, here's the last one. Am I the a-hole for telling my sister I won't let her see our unaliving mother? Right off the bat, that's giving a-hole. That's giving a-hole. Let's see. I was born to a single mother who had my older sister, 32-year-old female, who was actually my half-sister from another man that she left when my sister was about 3 years old. At Christmas dinner, our entire family gathered, so we caught up. I have a really difficult but well-paying job, one that exhausts me, but having a single mother with no stable income of any kind, reliable job, etc. in the past, I've had to skip meals quite often, and I absolutely fear going back to that. So I've made it clear that my goal is to keep the income I have right now at any cost. My sister was quick to comment that since I have a well-paying job and possibility of a raise in the future, then I have to be the one who will entirely financially cover our mother's medical bills and needs towards the end of her life. It didn't sound like a joke. My mom is chronically ill and always has been. She has arthritis, psoriasis, is on immunosuppressants, has had cancer as well as being overweight, and recently having had to go through surgery because her stomach was in a terrible state. I support her as much as I could, but these ridiculous amounts rack up quickly in cost. I had to borrow money and it was hell to pay off. My sister never ever helped. I answered, you never have done crap for her before, and you still won't do crap for her when she needs you most. I'm tired of acting like I or she owes you anything when you could never do anything yourself. She got extremely upset at first, telling me I was overreacting and that it was just logic that I'd be the one paying for our mom. But it isn't the first time she's putting our mother's care in my hands and using us for money while she spends what little she has on restaurants and unnecessities. She then went off the rails and started accusing my mother of never doing anything for her either, being a selfish woman and many more things that upset everyone at the table. I outright told her to shut up and to get out of my house, and added that, considering I will be taking care of our mother, I won't be letting her see her again, even when the time comes that she's on her deathbed. She told me to go F myself and that I was being unreasonable, etc. We haven't spoken since, and my grandma says she's still PO'd at me and regularly talks crap about me behind my back. Am I the a-hole? Honestly, based on this, yes. I don't even have like a funny skit for this or anything. Imagine if you were in your mother's situation. I don't think it's your place to decide who your mother can and can't see. She is a grown adult human being. If she wants to see her child, she should be able to see her child. Because I would be extremely upset if I am on my unaliving bed and it's almost the time for me to go and I can't see my children. I don't have any children, but I know that when I do, I'm gonna want to see them in my final moments. I don't care what beef they have going on between each other. It's not right for you to say who she can and can't see. Your mother is not an inanimate object. She is a human being. So have you asked your mother how she feels about this situation? If your mother doesn't want to see her, then sure, you can help keep her away if that is your mother's wishes. However, it is not your place to decide.
Period.
So now you guys let me know. What do you guys think? 1, 2, and 3. What do you think? A-holes, not a-holes? Do you agree with my takes? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks, guys. Bye.